That's the sound that means your mug is ready.
So the cup is done. Turn off that music. And there's a wraparound of a waterfall. Photographer is Randy Samarzia. I'm making a few cups for him.
Yeah, that's very nice. And that's the Holyoke area on the Nemadji?
Well, it's the Big Net River. Is
oh,
that
okay.
The one that goes right under the bridge?
Gotcha. That's a nice image on the cup.
And we asked Andy Danielson to explain the process to us.
Okay, well, we start by printing, using special ink and special paper, a reverse image onto the paper.
Okay.
This is that same shot.
Gotcha. And that wraps around the cup, essentially.
Yep. And you trim this out and wrap it around the cup. If we trim this.
Okay.
And then wrap it around and tape it on. And these cups are coated with a polymer surface to accept the ink. It actually stains into the polymer.
Okay.
It's called dye sublimation.
And those images that transfer onto the cup, those can actually be you actually use your printer to print those images. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah. It's a printer with special ink in it. It can only be used for this process.
Gotcha.
Slip it in there. And away we go.
All right. And approximately how long does something like that take?
I've got it set for 6.5 minutes. It takes a while it's a lot of heat and a lot of pressure.
Show me an example of some of the other works that you've done with the cups.
Well, the first thing we did was put a loon. It's a great looking loon with a little baby on its back. This is Ralph LaPlante, is the photographer on this one.
Okay.
With a blurb about when it became the Minnesota state bird and stuff like that. So
okay.
Your typical loon Minnesota cup.
Okay.
And then I got the idea to scan a piece of birch bark and I wrapped that around.
Very creative.
Yeah, I thought that turned out pretty cool. A couple different styles of that one. This one is more like a...
We've got a little bit more algae and moss
right,
on that one. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And I see one there with mosquitoes on it. What's that one all about?
Well, I always wanted to put this on a t-shirt, but I'm not doing t-shirts, I'm doing cups.
Okay.
Yeah, so just a lot of mosquitoes scattered about.
And the message says?
Minnesota camouflage.
All right, very nice. All right, so a person wants to actually put something personal on a mug. What's that going to cost the person?
Yeah, well, if it's a one-shot, one mug deal, and it's $13.95. Everything on the shelf I've got for $10.
That's very reasonable, $13.95 to actually put a transfer on. That's your own personal
price
thing.
that Walmart's doing it. So yeah, and we can keep it local. And if you want quite a few cups, if you want 8 or 12, then the price drops. Not only is it a gift, but it's functional. Grandmothers love it. I tell you what, you take your kids' artwork instead of putting it on the fridge, put it on a cup. And,
yeah, that's perfect.
And you could give them the picture framed and the cup, and every morning they can sip their coffee and think about what a great grandchild they have.
For the Moosetown Crier, I'm Paul Staub.